Tequila is a beloved drink that many of us enjoy, whether it's in a cocktail, a shot with friends, or a key ingredient in a margarita. But have you ever wondered where tequila really comes from? What makes it so special? Let's dive deep into the fascinating journey of tequila. From its origins in the fields of Mexico to the bottle that ends up in your hand. Tequila is made from the blue agave plant, a special plant that grows in Mexico. It's a type of succulent with sharp, spiky leaves, and it is grown mostly in the region of Jalisco. The blue agave is known for its large, pointed leaves that grow around a central core called the pina. This pina is the part of the plant that is used to make tequila. It can grow to be massive and can weigh as much as 100 kilograms or more. It's hard to believe that such a big plant is what eventually becomes the tequila in your glass. Every day, around 20 tons of these pinas are harvested from the fields, which is enough to make around 5,600 bottles of tequila. But how does all this happen? Let's find out the process that transforms this plant into the world-famous drink we all love. To legally be called tequila, the beverage must be made with at least 51% blue agave from a specific region in Mexico. This region is located near the town of Tequila, which is where the name of the drink comes from. The agave plants are grown in areas that are over 1,500 meters above sea level and thrive in the region's volcanic soil. This type of soil is rich in minerals and nutrients, making it the perfect place for blue agave to grow. The plants require very little water, relying only on rainfall to sustain them. The agave plant takes about 7 years to mature before it's ready to be harvested. Once the plants are ready, they're harvested by skilled workers known as jimadores. The jimadores have been an essential part of the tequila making process for centuries. These workers are experts in recognizing when the agave plants have the right level of sugar to create high-quality tequila. Harvesting agave is hard work. It's not just a simple picking process. The jimadores use a special tool called a cojime, which is similar to a large shovel. This tool helps them carefully cut through the tough outer leaves of the agave and expose the pina in seed. It's a dangerous job because of the sharp spines on the plant, but the jimadores are trained to work safely and efficiently. When the pina is revealed, it's the most valuable part of the plant. While the leaves protect the pina, they also have a bitter taste, so they are discarded. The pina is the treasure hidden inside the agave, and it is what will become tequila. The jimadores cut the pina into smaller pieces, which are easier to transport. A skilled jimador can harvest up to 150 pinas a day, and in total, Mexico collects around 300 to 400 million pinas each year. After they are harvested, the pinas are carried by mules, which are strong animals trained to carry heavy loads over long distances. These mules play an important role in transporting the pinas to the distillery. Once the pinas arrive at the distillery, the process really starts to get interesting. The pinas are so large that they need to be cut into smaller pieces to make them easier to work with. The next step is cooking. The pinas are placed in huge brick ovens, where they are steamed for about 79 hours. This is a crucial step because it breaks down the starches in the agave and turns them into sugars. These sugars will later be converted into alcohol during fermentation. The ovens used for this process can hold up to 20 tons of pinas at a time, and there are 18 ovens in the distillery, all working around the clock. Once the pinas are cooked, they have softened and turned a reddish-brown color. The juice inside the pina is very sweet, and it's known as honey water. At this point, the pinas are sent to a large grinder where they are crushed to release the juice. The grinder breaks the pina into long, thin fibers, and the juice is collected. The next step is to extract as much juice as possible, and this is where a traditional tool called a tahona comes into play. The tahona is a large stone wheel that is used to crush the agave fibers. It works much like the way the Spanish conquistadors used it hundreds of years ago when they first started distilling tequila. The tahona helps extract the valuable agave nectar, which is then sent through a maze of pipes to a fermentation tank. The juice is so sweet that it's often called honey water because of its natural sweetness. This sweet liquid is now ready to undergo fermentation, which is the process that turns sugar into alcohol. In the fermentation tank, yeast is added to the juice. But this isn't just any yeast, it's a special variety that has been used for generations by the makers of Don Julio tequila. The yeast feeds on the sugar in the juice, and over the next 72 hours, it converts the sugar into alcohol. This fermentation process is essential for creating the alcohol content that makes tequila what it is. The juice now has a more acidic taste, and the fermentation process gives the tequila its distinct flavor. After fermentation, the tequila is ready for distillation. This is when the alcohol is separated from the other components in the liquid. The tequila is sent to large copper stills, where it is heated, causing the alcohol to evaporate. The alcohol vapors are then condensed into a more potent form, creating a stronger version of the liquid. The distillation process is repeated to further purify the tequila and ensure that it meets the desired quality standards. At this point, the tequila is still too strong to be consumed, so water is added to bring it down to the required alcohol content of 40. This is the final step before aging. Tequila is then placed in barrels for aging. Some tequilas are bottled immediately, but the best tequilas are aged for months or even years. Don Julio, for example, ages its tequila in barrels for up to 5 years. The aging process takes place in a large cellar where around 9,000 barrels are stored. The barrels are made of American oak, which gives the tequila its unique flavor. The aging process helps the tequila absorb the flavors from the wood, making it smoother and more complex. The tequila sits in these barrels for months and sometimes even longer. During this time, the tequila picks up flavors from the wood, which gives it a rich, smooth taste. After aging, the tequila is ready to be bottled. Before it is bottled, the tequila is carefully tasted to ensure that it meets the standards of quality. Once it passes the taste test, it's bottled, sealed, and labeled. Each bottle is numbered for traceability, so it can be traced back to the specific field where it was harvested. Now, the tequila is ready to be enjoyed. It's shipped to over 40 countries worldwide, where it's enjoyed by people who appreciate its rich history and unique flavor. Tequila has a long journey, from the fields of Jalisco to the bottle that reaches your hands. It's not just a drink, it's a testament to the hard work, skill, and tradition that goes into its creation. The next time you take a sip of tequila, remember the process that brought it to you. In conclusion, tequila is a drink with a story to tell. It begins with the blue agave plant, which takes years to grow and mature. From the work of the jimadores to the careful distillation process, tequila is a product of hard work, patience, and respect for the land. Whether you enjoy it in a cocktail or on its own, tequila is much more than just a drink. It's a piece of Mexican tradition and culture. If you enjoyed learning about the process of tequila making, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you more fascinating stories from the world of food and drink. Thanks for watching, and cheers to your next tequila adventure.